Oh, oh my God. Okay, well, so much for an intro. So much for the service doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, this is so frustrating. Oh man, oh man. Wake up in Cleveland every, at the rate that Restream is messing with me, I'm gonna say that probably this show will be canceled. I'm gonna cancel the show myself. I don't even know if I'm in sync right now because of Restream. So let me know what's going on. So I tried to start the intro. Did anybody actually see the intro? Did the intro even pop up for you? Honestly, did you guys see the intro pop up? At least I'm good. So yeah, so here's the thing. So I go to set this intro up, and I don't want you guys to think that like this is a complicated thing. Legit, all I have to do is click a button. That's it. Click a button, and it's supposed to just load itself. It's already on the server, so there shouldn't be any issue. And it just sat there. Hold on, we're gonna try it again because I feel like we need it. I feel like we need to do this. So hold on. Let's see if it works this time. It says hide. So if you guys don't know what hide means it's playing right now, and I'm supposed to turn it off by pressing the hide button. That is so sad. Now, guaranteed, if I refresh this stream, it'll probably load, but I'm not even gonna deal with that today. It's just one of those days. I know we need the intro. I spent a lot of time on that intro. There's nothing worse than spending all this time on the intro and not being able to use it. So I think this is the God's honest truth. We will not be using Restream when we come back next week. Next week we will be on something completely different. In all honesty, I would rather. I don't love StreamYards, but it does what it's supposed to do. It's as simple as that. But am I happy that like all of my production, everything that I'm trying to do, doesn't work properly? Of course, I'm not happy. Let's bring this. Yeah, there we go. Let's bring a little track on. I see Waddy J in the house. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so afraid. I will reset once I load in my little, spiel. I'm actually very, very calm. And I'm very calm because this is the type this type of shit happens every day. Like that's kind of what's going on with me right now. And nobody can say, "Oh, I'm not on Mixcloud today." Lady Beats, I am not on Mixcloud today. And there is a reason that I am not on Mixcloud today. Oh, hey, Waddy's in LA. Hey, that is fantastic, man. I wish we could connect, but my family's all COVID scared, so we don't do any connections with anybody. It could be like my sister. I'm like, can you just FaceTime me? So yeah, we're dealing with that. But good to see you, Waddy. Can't wait till we're done with this so that we can actually get together and do our thing. So glad you're in LA. If you're not following Waddy J, make sure you follow Waddy J. He's a super dope DJ, and in all honesty, you will probably see him in Red Bull in the next year or two. I mean, that's just facts. That's just God's honest facts. So yeah, we are not broadcasting to Mixcloud today because I'm being petty. Petty Terry's in the house. No, Mixcloud is acting just fine. just fine. The problem with Mixcloud is that, they were supposed to be on the show today. And then they weren't. I got a cancellation this morning saying, oh, an important meeting came up. Can we reschedule for maybe for next week? Petty. So no Mixcloud today. They're not going to get my stream. I'm not going to be a part of their little ad revenue. It's not going to happen today. I'm so petty. Yeah, look, I don't mind that things come up, but in my mind, if you lock on to a date, if you lock on to something, you say you're going to do it, and you know things are riding on, other people are riding on what you say. When that happens, you got to stick to the agreement. I'm going to be on Tweak Music Tips on Friday. If on Friday morning I was like, hey man, something came up, I can't do it, and my children aren't hurt, my wife isn't hurt, you know, the family, the house isn't burning down, I'm going to be on that show because that's what you do. So right now, with Mixcloud, I'm boycotting Mixcloud today. I'll probably get back on, but to the question that somebody did ask, and they said, are you seeing any traction on Mixcloud? I mean, to a point. I think that I see it. The problem is the numbers. They can be very misleading. So you can go into it thinking, oh my God, look how great my numbers are. And then you do a little deep dive and you realize they're not that great. Now, I've had good days on Mixcloud, but the problem is most people in reality just aren't on Mixcloud. Or if they are on Mixcloud, I rarely see people on Mixcloud in live aspects. Like they might go back and try to replay your stuff and you'll get replays, but I don't do the podcasts on Mixcloud. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what I'm doing with Mixcloud. I would love for Mixcloud to be a competitor because we need an alternative that is actually something good. So I wanted him on here because I wanted to talk about what their plan is. I wanted to talk about what they see the future for them. And they couldn't come on. And in all honesty, if you guys know me, if you guys know how I work, and you see my advertisements, you see you follow me on IG, I hope, you've seen my IG post, all of these things. And if you noticed, there was no Mixcloud flyer, if you noticed. And there wasn't a Mixcloud flyer for a reason, because I didn't feel confident in them. There were too many wishy-wash kind of things. First off, I want to be clear about something. I did not go to Mixcloud. Mixcloud came to me. And so I said, great, let's get you on the show. My actual words, let's get you on the show. I have a show every morning from 9 until whatever. Let's get you on the show around 10 o'clock. Great, everything's great. Then I start getting these weird emails. I get an invite for a Google meeting at 10 o'clock. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's just his way of setting it down so he knows exactly what's going on. And then he says, oh, can I push it back 30 minutes? I got some other stuff going on. Not a problem, whatever. And now he's like, oh, let's reschedule. We need to get on the call some other time. So for me, I'm like, I have had to say it I told him last time, I'm like, dude, this is a show. I want you to be able to talk about your products, talk about what's going on with the DMCA, what you see. I think he was really trying to ignore that situation. And meanwhile, I don't want to be on a call with him. I don't want to be on a call because I know about Mixcloud. This is not for me. This is for you guys. And if he wants any type of real traction to his site, you may want to be on every single talk show style that focuses on DJs that you can be on. I mean, we're airing this on Twitch. If you're trying to get people to move from Twitch to Mixcloud, this is the show to be on. My show, Tweak Music Tips Show. You know, these types of shows are the ones you want to be on. Especially with Twitch throwing out emails left and right telling people to cease and desist. You're going to tell me that you don't have time to be on a show where the very people that are concerned with their livelihoods and their futures are going to be. Does that even make any sense? It doesn't make sense to me. It honestly doesn't make sense to me. All right, let's do a little room check here. Let's do a little room check. We got Squad in the house. We got, of course, Ratbone. We got the mod Ratbone in the house. We got Mighty Rel in the house. We got DZ smoking that thing. Mike Feliciano. What is happening, fam? Exactly. DJ Voyage in the house. Who else we got here? John P. Another one of my mods in the house. DZ, Derek Rudolph, DJ Yaga. Mixcloud is nothing but DJs. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that, look, obviously it's called Mixcloud, so there's going to be nothing but DJs, but I think you might be missing the point of what I'm saying here. It's not that it doesn't have DJs. It's just that no DJs actually care about Mixcloud. We do Mixcloud right now as a what if, as a just in case. Let me just restream to Mixcloud while I'm doing all my other mixes. You don't want to be that company, that just in case company. You want to be the one, you want to be the Twitch. You want to be the one where they're on and then they're reposting or restreaming to a Twitch's and or a Facebook. Remember before Facebook got really stupid, everybody posted to Facebook like, hey guys, we're streaming from Twitch, Facebook, maybe YouTube, and at some point in the next 30 minutes, Facebook's going to cut us off, so make sure you head over to the other platforms. That's what Mixcloud is right now. And you shouldn't have to be that. Being the only, one of the only legitimately legal services, and you can't get people over to your platform? Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. Unknown Tone in the house. DJ Jono announced what's going on, man. Diamond Lee. Who else we got here? We got my man Waddy J. Jam B from Philly. What is happening, man? Good to see you. Who else we got on here? J Book in the house. Make sure you follow J Book. I'm not sure if J Book has been DJing anymore, but I know he's been throwing up a lot of YouTube content. So make sure you're following J Book on YouTube because he's one of the only people posting actual event content because nobody else is working. Although I do have 3 coming out. I do. I just have to sit down and work with them. I was working on another project and it's slightly been delayed, but I spent a lot of time focusing on that project and now it's delayed and now I have no content for the week. So it looks like you're going to get some gig logs this week. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Got to keep the pipeline fueled. Okay. Michael Pierre in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, DZ, agreed 100%. This is definitely a problem that they need to work out. And I don't know, maybe it's budgetary. Maybe it's lack of programmers. Maybe it's, those are really the 2 things. Because if they got the people on the platform, let's go. Alpha Music in the house. What is going on, Alpha Music? Good to see you. That's my fam. That is my fam. Make sure you follow Jetpack Bags. Jetpack Bags. Dope bags. Dope people. If you're going to spend your money on somebody, you know what to do. Hey, Alpha, that's a very good question. How are you going to beat Amazon? Well, you're not going to beat Amazon. Amazon has deeper pockets than the world, but they're not really trying to compete with deep pockets because they already have the legality on their side. So you can scare people into Mixcloud, in all honesty. And if you can just have a decent product, because right now Mixcloud's product is basic at best. Like it works when it works, but it's basic. And the fact that we are actually paying a fee for basics when, Twitch is free. I mean, look, there's a lot of things going against why you'd want to move to Mixcloud. But they need to work on those things. Okay. Any idea what's going on with Denon DJ? The SC6000 get delay after delay. This is 100% a production issue. 100%. For whatever reason, the companies they're using are just slow. That's the bottom line. I mean, I got my Rain 70 relatively early, but I did pre-order through like American Musical. It took a while. I forgot that I even ordered it and it showed up at my doorstep. So I know that their products do take a long time. Okay, let me make, here we go. So this setup right here, this is the Rain 72 and the Rain 12 MK2 line, okay? They were supposed to send this to me as a product review months ago. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get you on. I filed everything, yada, yada, yada. It took, I think, like 6 weeks for me to get this in-house. I got the S11 before I got this in-house. So it's not just the consumer, like everybody's getting delayed for this, including myself. Soul Fab in the house. Okay, so Mike Feliciano says, did you get that Pioneer FLX6? Flex 6, whatever you want to call it. The facts are, no, I did not get it. I was supposed to get it. I was already in line to get it. And then a couple of weeks went by, and then all of a sudden I started seeing videos for Mojax and Crossfader and Digital DJ Tips all posting about the new release. So no, I did not get it. I'm sure I will get it, but I didn't. The one thing and the only thing, now granted, I have seen it, okay? I am privy to certain things. So I have seen it, but I never tested it. I never really turned it on. But I have seen the product, held the product. It's definitely an entry-level product. And just by the feel of it, the jog wheels are impressive, but it's entry-level. And I think people need to kind of keep that in their minds that it's entry-level. The problem is that as entry-level goes, the price is a little high. It's a little high for entry-level. Yes, you're being you're being pulled in by the beauty of the jog wheels. But there are things on it that show you that it's entry level. For instance, like the Q buttons. Like those aren't my favorite Q buttons. I can't stand those things. But entry level requires cheaper pads. And they put all the money in the jog wheels. So yeah, I mean, maybe they didn't send it to me for a reason. I don't know, but I will get it. I will review it. Like I said, it's a solid product. I just think price-wise, I would have started it lower than the price they came out with. That's just me. Especially the fact that it has RCA outputs, which I've complained about, and I will continue to complain about to the world. Stop putting RCA outputs on all of your products. You can have that as an out, maybe a booth out, if you really want to be an asshole, but stop putting RCAs as your master outs. Quarter inches or XLRs. That's it. That's the only option. If I see an RCA only controller, I'm personally not buying it, because that means I got to walk around with adapters all day. Nope. I really only want XLRs. They should just make the switch. But apparently it's a price issue, and sometimes it's a space issue, but for the most part, it's a price issue. hey. So as you can see here, it's one of those days for me. the pettiness might be traveling a little farther up the stream here. Kid Cut Up in the house. What is going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Make sure you follow Kid Cut Up. He does his hat show every Thursday and now Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. So that's me. I might be a little spicy today. I might be a little spicy. I don't want to say might be. I'm gonna be spicy. So, welcome to the Spicy Show. It's later in the afternoon. I'm getting text messages from my boy here. Is he even in here? I'm jumping through here. Oh wait, here we go. Hold on. So in case you didn't know, Professor BX, that's my guy Drew B from Pioneer DJ. He had to text me. See what happens? See what happens when I go off on my spiciness? I just stop looking at people. I just stop looking at the chat. It turns into Terry Talks. That's what happens. Look, I am not gonna say anything against this, Lady Beats. The 1000 is my favorite controller. You know. Now, having said that, if they had made an 800 that was a Serato version, maybe that changes. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I prefer the jog wheels on the 1000. Yeah. Although I would have liked to have that what do they call that? The feedback reducer. I would have liked the feedback reducer on the 1000. Hopefully on an upgrade, or I wonder if it's like the feedback reducer made itself to the 800, and I think it's on the Pioneer Serato. What's that? The XZ. I think it's on that one. So I'm curious if they're going to continue to keep putting the feedback reducer on products, or if they're going to start removing it here. You know, there's nothing wrong with the big screens on decks. I think a lot of people, when they first see them, or they see them online, are just like, I don't need that stuff. And then you start to use them, and then the I don't need that stuff turns into, you know what, this is kind of convenience. Kind of convenient, which turns into, you know what, I kind of like this. So I think sometimes you have to use things first before you make assumptions. Because I'm going to tell you, I mean, those Denons, those screens are humongous. But I kind of look at them like, somebody wanted to give those to me, I wouldn't say no. I would definitely not say no. All right, let's. All right, let's see what else we got here. So today is going to be obviously a Tech Wednesday. Like I said, we'll talk a little DMCA. We'll talk a little. Well, we talked a little Pioneer controller. I don't really think there's anything else for me to say about it because I don't have it in my hands. So once that comes to me, at whatever point, you know, I will do my testing and I will give my honest review on it. Look, here's one of the things I think people need to understand. And I haven't even really used it, okay? But I do know this. I know that Pioneer makes solid products. And that's the key here. You know, so I'm not really concerned that I'm gonna get the product in house and it's gonna be trash. Like, I don't see that happening. But you can also look at this and go, okay, it's not trash, it's a good product. Does the value match the product? And then you start working through there. So that's what'll happen at some point. You know, at some point. I see Lady Beats handling my YouTube side. Thank you so much, Lady Beats, for doing that. Yeah, so here's the thing, guys. I have 62 people on Twitch right now, and I have almost 30 on YouTube. So if I could get half of you guys to move over to Twitch for my show, then I'm at partner level right there. And that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit that 75 on average every single time I do a show. That's it. So if you're on here and you're supporting me, hey, help a brother out. Help a brother out. Okay, so obviously, so two things have happened because of the Mixcloud situation. So when he pushed back my time, I was forced to have to push my time back because I wasn't going to start a show at 9 o'clock if he couldn't come on until 10:30 or 11 o'clock. That's just stupid. So I said, okay, fine. I'll push it back to noon or push it back to like 11 or even 10, knowing that he's going to be on. And then when he canceled, I could not do it at 10. So here's the thing, and this is facts. I'm just spitting facts to you today. This is kind of going to be one of those shows. Like I said, spicy. I have my show. Starts around 9 o'clock, 9:15ish, 9:30, whatever. Don't judge me. I have my show, and it starts early, and it goes, give or take, around 11, maybe 11:30 sometimes. Sometimes it goes late. But I have a partner show, which is Tweak Music Tips. That's fam right there. DJ Kova, I consider to be like serious fam for me right now. And we have a great relationship. We are so supportive of one another, to him doing his show, me doing my show. So it's never been a competition thing with us. And I need you to understand that, because I know a lot of people will go on and they're like, oh, hey, I see that Cleveland Terry just started his channel and it's kind of like yours. And it's like, no, it's actually not like yours. We have two completely different channels. Specifically, I run my channel in a way that works for me, and he runs his channel in a way that works for him. But we are definitely not the same. Now, having said that, have I seen people come up that sound and look the same? 100%. But Kova and I are definitely not the same. But sometimes, my show bleeds into his. So if I stop early, I always raid his show. Always. And anybody in my chat can probably look at that and realize that those are facts. I always raid his show if I end early. If I don't end early, then, I go somewhere else, because I'm not going to raid his show with like 10 minutes to go. That's just kind of silly. But if I'm off at 11:15, I definitely raid his show. So yesterday, I had his I'm reading and talking and thinking at the same time. All right. So yesterday I had Angie V on the show, and he had CC Peniston, and we both had great numbers. Now, I had really good numbers because of Angie V, not necessarily because of me. I promoted it, I marketed it, but Angie V has a community of people that like follow her everywhere. So we were seeing numbers of like 275, just amazing numbers. And Kova's numbers were good too. He was hitting like 150, 175 too, just with him. So after the call, a couple hours after the call, I call him up. We always kind of talk about when there are big shows happening. How'd your show go? How'd your show go? And we were talking, and he was like, I feel like, we should have just like, what's the word I'm looking for here? We should have communicated before to make sure that we didn't have two big headliners on the same day. And I totally agreed with them. I'm like, yeah, I didn't really know. I've been working on the Angie V thing for a while. And he goes, no, that's not what I'm saying. He goes, because had I known that, I would have pushed mine or whatever. We could have figured it out. So that way you could have gotten all those numbers on top of Angie V's, because that's what we are. It's a team, teamwork makes the dream work. So I realized that. I'm like, yeah, you know what? We really have to really work together, because we do share some of our people. I mean, I want to say probably, I don't know, 30%. 30% of my people are his people, which makes sense because we do talk tech, and we talk tech, we talk Twitch, you know, and we have guests that a lot of DJs want to see because it's a guest driven content. Sorry, I'm having a little scratchy throat. Is that weird when I look at you while I drink my coffee? I mean, it's kind of like, isn't that weird? Like if this were like a coffee commercial, I would never look at the camera. I would kind of hold it with two hands and then look up to like Jesus, because it's that kind of commercial. So anyway, all right. So back to what I was saying. So we decided that, and I'm not going to make him shift because he was first. I'm not. So I think I'm going to shift my days a little bit here. And I think because I really don't want to have multiple days where we're in conflict of one another. You know, it's not fair to me. It's not fair to him. And he would say the same thing, vice versa. So I think I'm going to shift to Monday. I'm going to do Monday. And because he doesn't always do Tuesday, okay, I'll throw it to you guys. You let me know what you think. So I'm thinking definitely Monday, definitely Thursday. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Definitely Monday, definitely Thursday. And then I'm thinking either I do Tuesday and then I have to coordinate with him every time to make sure that, you know, we're not conflicting with one another, or I do Wednesday at noon, or I do Wednesday at around noon. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. We have DJ Paris Paul in the house. What's going on, fam, if we do? Ha, Paris Creative is dope as hell. Dope as hell. I'm waiting for my answer. Everybody's chatting in the stream, which is fine, but I'm waiting for an answer. I'll keep talking while I'm waiting for an answer. What, you guys don't like the two-handed sip? That's the commercial. In commercials, there's always somebody drinking with two hands. I'm not telling a lie right now. The best part of waking up. And they look up. They do a little fake CGI steam coming out of the cup. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. I am not lying. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so so I will start doing Wednesdays at noon. Yeah, and then that way, what I also was thinking was that, look, we're all DJs here. We're all DJs here, and oh, if you're gonna screenshot it, hold up. Is that better? You know, I've done commercials. I've done acting. Back to what I was saying. I like to say I get on at about 9:15, 9:20. And then I got my 5-minute intro. And yeah. So I don't get started typically until about 9:30. I can pull our commercial. I gotta find where it is. Hold up. I'll play our commercial. So yeah, and back to what I was saying. So Wednesdays, or I guess the afternoon show, I'm gonna try to get those DJs or those people that can't wake up in the mornings because it's just life and they're DJing until 3 in the morning. So that'll open up the door for a couple of other people. Real DJ AK-47 in the house. What's going on, girl? What is going on? But don't be mean. not AK-47. You stay you. I was talking to Lady Beats. All right. DJ Moberry, just got my vinyl set in BPM. Now I have to load my shelves. Dope. Now, are you gonna do the thing? Look, I'm just gonna do that. I'm spicy. That's me today. Are you gonna do the thing where you're DJing and the whole wall behind you is vinyl? Are you gonna do that? I mean, you can. I just feel like it's kind of, just been done so much. Now, if you have so much vinyl that like you don't have a choice, like I get that. What do we got here? We got Buddha Body. The Kumbaya crew. Chrome Blazing in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, so my next emote, if I ever, for whatever reason, when I get access to my next emote, Spicy is going to be on that next emote. That is my next emote. So get used to it. So Fab in the house. What's going on, man? All right, so let's talk. What do you guys want to talk about today? Let me see what I brought up before I say anything. I want to make sure I hit all the things I said I was going to talk about here. I know we have tech in the talk, so if you guys have any tech questions, now is the day to throw them in. Just because now is the day. I mean, I'm here. I'm feeling spicy. If you have things that aren't tech related, you want to talk about, you want to ask, I might answer today. You know why? I'm feeling spicy. Yeah, trust me. See, you guys see like, if I were a drug, they would give small amounts of me because they don't want you to overdose. That's how spicy I can really get. Like too much. If I let all my spice go, I'll probably kill off half the stream. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, T-Bab says, it's nice to see DJs working together and not bitching on each other. Definitely something everyone should emulate. Now, this is actually a very good point because I think that is the current selling point of Twitch. There is a positivity around Twitch that is unmatched. So if you're going to be that company, that gets people to move from Twitch to your station, to your platform, can you guarantee that the partnership, can you guarantee that the people going on are still going to be as positive? Because that is the one thing I don't see. I don't see negativity on Twitch. If I do, it's like the very, very minimum, like super small. And then your mods just kick them out. So it makes it easy. But I'm going to tell you this. On the YouTube side, so I'll have the same show. And on the YouTube side, I'm not getting it at this moment, but I will get like shit talkers just because YouTube's bigger, because YouTube, it's kind of understood that you're allowed to kind of be an ass, even though you shouldn't be. And for a moment, I contemplated not posting to YouTube today. I was just going to be Twitch. And that's one of the reasons. Now, I'm glad that I did post to you guys, but the fact remained that it's still one of those things. And maybe because there is no downvote, there's no thumbs down on Twitch. There's no like or dislike system. And maybe because of that, we have this false sense of togetherness, and maybe it really doesn't exist. But I can tell you this, every time I have a conversation with somebody, it seems like they're all in it for the right reasons. And the ones that aren't in it for the right reasons, they just kind of disappear. People aren't really interested in that. Oh, so I had a video I was going to shoot about the vinyl wall. It was a comedy, and I just ran out of time. But you know what? Maybe I will do that still. I think I will. Uncle Jess says I have the played out vinyl record. Yeah, and look, if you had it before, you know, it's kind of like if you were the first dude that had like spinning wheels. Like, technically speaking, you can ride those things. Now, if somebody else was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting spinning wheels, I'm like, don't get that shit. You better take that stuff back. But if you're the first, hey man, do your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, Flex, Nick's, we talked about that. Okay, so here's the funny thing about Copywriting Twitch, because this is what I'm seeing a lot of lately. What's going on with copyright? What's going on with Twitch? What's happening? Here's the thing. Nothing is going on. This thing that's been happening was happening before DJs got on Twitch. It's just a little more in the open now. And as DJs, we're being more sensitive to the fact that Twitch is operating outside of legality right now. You get what I'm saying? So this has been an issue with gamers and music since the beginning of Twitch. And they have been fighting this thing for years. And for whatever reason, it's like the music industry is kind of tiptoed for whatever reason with Twitch. Maybe it's because of, I don't know, the Amazon Music, Amazon kind of being their parent company, but they didn't go after them like they went after other people. So, but they are now. But again, this has absolutely nothing to do with DJs per se. Because for the most part, DJs don't have the reach that gamers do. I mean, for every DJ that's playing copyrighted music, there is a gamer with 60,000 followers that's playing it too. Who matters more? Your 100 people in a stream or the 60,000 on the one stream? So they've been going after gamers for a long, long time. So this is something that Twitch is going to have to decide. They're going to have to be the ones that decide, okay, we're ready to get in bed with the industry, because the industry is not saying no to Twitch. They're not saying that. They're not trying to block Twitch on purpose. They're just saying, hey, if you want to do this, set your licenses up and pay us. We're fine with you doing that, but set your licenses up and pay us. That's it. It's really simple when you really think about it. But this is not Twitch's fault, and this is not the music industry's, well, it is Twitch's fault, but it's not the music industry's fault. We all have responsibilities in this. And for people to act like, oh man, it's not fair. You're right, it's not fair. It's not fair that the industry has all of these old ass outdated rules. That's what's not fair. An artist wanting to be paid is 100% fair. If I were an artist and this were my only means, which is weird because I doubt it, because they make pennies off their albums. I got TLM coming in with the raid of 21. What is going on, fam? What is going on? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. For all the people coming in on the raid, I don't know what TLM was doing today. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was DJing or if he was having a conversation like I am. But if you're wondering what we're doing here, this is a conversation piece. Right now we're talking about copyright and Twitch, and we talked a little bit about the Flex 6 from Pioneer, and we'll start talking more tech questions if you guys have any. So back to what I was saying. So this is ultimately up to Twitch to decide what they want to do. And if you guys were on the NGV show yesterday, we talked about this in detail. And you can't look at Twitch and think they don't have intentions of trying to make this legal, because it's never been a concern for them. If this were a concern, why in the world would Twitch make DJs partners? Why in the world would they even think about that? Because as DJs, we were just cool just to be on here playing music, and we weren't getting kicked off halfway through our stream. But Twitch people had to physically go to your channel and review what you do, and they still made you partner. If they were concerned with anything legal, or if they were concerned they were going to be doing anything in the future to try to, prevent this, the first thing they would have done, don't make them partner. Say, hey guys, you guys are operating on borrowed time, but I can't make you partner. That's what you say. It's been rejected. Why? Because you're playing music that that you don't own the rights to. And every DJ on here would say, okay, that makes sense. I get that. But you're still gonna let me DJ? Cool. We were DJing on IG and Facebook for free. For free. Do DJs care about making subscriptions? No, that is not as important. So we would have been fine. Now, yes, DJs are able to make some money on Twitch, like some good money. If you were on yesterday with the NGV, you do the math on the amount of subscribers she has, not including bits, not including endorsements. She said she was around 2,700. She's trying to get 3,000 subscribers for the month of November. 3,000 subscribers. Do the math. $5 a pop. That's $15,000 a month. Take away the 30%. You're walking away with around 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month. Just from DJing. And not having to travel or go on tour. And that doesn't count all the bits. That doesn't count the money that people just throw at her. So she's probably walking away with 15 to 20K every month. Don't tell me that this can't be a successful business venture. And this is why companies like Mixcloud are going to struggle. Because the only thing that Mixcloud has is a subscription. But they have no other ways for people to really be involved in what you're doing. This is why Twitch is so appealing to everybody. That's why. That's why. And this is why you're going to have to force people, physically force them out of this place, because they don't want to lose that revenue. But if it comes down to it and we got to move, we'll move. DJs are resilient. We'll be okay. People have been complaining about Facebook and IG, and then they move to Twitch. Entire industry moved to Twitch. If something goes wrong, the entire industry, DJ industry, will move somewhere else. And right now, there are two that I know of that are actually legal, legit ones. That's Mixcloud and that's Play DJ. Those are the only two that are legit. So those are two options right there that are available right now at this moment. But I'm going to stay on because, it's better that way. Yeah, Alpha. Today we're going to talk a little bit about everything. As I said, I'm feeling kind of spicy today. And when Cleveland Terry feels spicy, he says some things like a drunk dude would say. Like I don't really misspeak when I'm drunk. I misspeak when I'm spicy. Or I'll say some things that I probably shouldn't. So, DZ, was that good for you? Was that more than 30 seconds? All right. Let's drop down on this list here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Alpha's right. The live count is fake. So anybody on Mixcloud really happy about their numbers should realize that those numbers are just an accumulation. That's not who's actually on the stream at that point. So when you're on Mixcloud, you're like, oh man, this is pretty good. I got 45 people on stream. No, you don't. You might have one person on stream. You might have no persons on stream, because it takes from when you turned on that stream to that point, and it just adds them. So if one person pops up and leaves, that's one. When another person pops up and leaves, that's two, and so on and so forth. And I think they did that on purpose, in all honesty, because that's the easy. It's false numbers. I mean, it makes sense why they did it. We need a recount. All right, let's check the stream here. Yep, exactly. So I think I've answered all of these Twitch guidelines, all these guideline questions. All right, let's keep going here. Orange Slice in the house, what is going on? Thank you guys for all those TLM followers for popping on and hanging with us. MC2 J-Man in the house, what is going on? Make sure you follow J-Man. Uncle Jess in the house. DJ Hawaii. Who else we got here? See, now look, I know people see me and they say Cleveland Terry, and they say, okay, hey, Ohio represent. He's from the great state. You know, no, Cleveland is actually my name. But if your name is Hawaii, let me know. Or do you just DJ in Hawaii? You know, or is Hawaii like your middle name, like me? DJ Booth Pro Audio in the house. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. Nick Spinelli in the house representing. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. All right, who else we got on here? We got Rob Alon in the house. Good to see you. And there you go. See? So succinct. Thank you, Nick. Nick just broke it down just like that. All right, Vinyl Touch 87 in the house. And let's see who else we got from TLMs. It's funny because no one is watching a gamer. Left Cat says, it's funny though, because no one is watching a gamer because of their music, so it's easy for them to switch to a licensed service. Yeah, this is true. And this is one of the arguments that the music industry is making right now. They're basically saying, well, before, the whole point was the music was in the background, but it wasn't, nobody was going to their streams to watch it. So it's just in the background, not a big deal. Fair use. And especially because a lot of games have popular music in it, that they might be playing the game, and you're playing Grand Theft Auto. I mean, every one of those songs is copywritten. So that was the argument that they made. But now we have DJs online that are literally playing with the benefit of playing, and the people that are watching with the benefit of hearing the music. So that argument actually makes sense from a legal standpoint, but doesn't make it right. It just makes it law for now. So license it needs to come. All right, let's yeah, I took down all my video demands too. The only ones I leave up now are these, the Wake Up in Cleveland shows, where I am playing licensed music. I pay for the license. This music is all legal. I can play this on any service. I won't get kicked out. I won't get taken down, I should say. Yeah, I mean, I use YouTube for all of my static content. I'm on two different places right now. I am on Twitch for this show and or for any type of DJ streaming, and I'm on YouTube for all of my static content. That's where all my content's going to go. So, and they both serve a purpose, and you can use them to leverage one another. You know, like I can use my YouTube subscription and my subscription base to move over to Twitch when I'm doing my live show. And technically everybody's winning, because just because I'm on YouTube doesn't mean I'm stuck on YouTube for the rest of my life. You get what I'm saying? Okay. But you guys should. Nobody should stay on one thing and put all your eggs in one basket, because things could happen. Something could change. And I mean, Max, I think it's Max Piranoff or something like that. Anyway, he does a whole bunch of camera reviews and camera breakdowns, and he had Max Uriah, and he's really, really good. He has a couple of channels. His big channel, which had something like 200,000 followers, I think, actually YouTube, for whatever reason, glitched and took his channel down, and basically said that he was like illegally clicking. He had illegal clicks on his stream, whatever. So he went to try to fight it, and it took him like, I want to say 4 to 6 months. He had to send everybody, because he wasn't being monetized. They didn't take his stream down. They just turned off his monetization. So he had to tell people, go to this next one, because this is where I'm doing all my stuff, my backup channel. So you never really know when something can happen and it just screws you. So if all of your eggs are on that one basket, what's your backup? What's your solution if they take your thing down? You know, if they take your YouTube down, what are you going to do? You know, if they ban your IG or ban your Facebook, what are you going to do? So having as many avenues, and also removing the dependency on these other places for your content. Like, it's okay to have YouTube as a place where you put your content, or Twitch, but you need to have some sort of a centralized location in the event that some stuff goes down, that you can tell people, hey guys, I was here, but now I'm over here. And they can just move right over. So it'll be a nice, clean transition. If you don't have that, then you got people like, okay, well, oh, his channel's gone. Where'd he go? Oh well, I'll click on the next guy. So you got to do both. You got to do a whole bunch of things. Oh, just got down to TLM. That's okay. That's okay. Hopefully you guys are still okay with just the tech talk. That's what we do. That's what we do. I knew TLM was going to come on and he was going to just start talking. I knew that. The moment he got Twitch in his system, I was like, he's gonna bring a show here. I knew that, and it makes sense. Why do you think I'm here? You know, yeah, we don't want them regulating the internet, and I don't think we're gonna get that with the new president coming in. And I hope to God he gets rid of the internet czar that we have right now, because that guy has made things worse. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Let's drop down this list. Mixmaster says Bezos is the modern day Steve Jobs, like Apple could strong arm the record industry into iTunes. Bezos will do that for live streaming. Let's hope. Let's hope. I mean, even with Apple, they have struggled. They were fine with iTunes because at that point in time, the music industry needed something. They needed an outlet. Needed it. But now you see Apple trying to get into the TV industry, and they're struggling with that. So sometimes, you know, depends on how much the music industry wants to fight. You know, Facebook pays licenses. So Amazon could definitely pay licenses. Like I said, I'm up for paying a license. I'm up for paying a membership fee to a license fee of 15, 30, 50 bucks. If I know that I can stream and DJ without question. I'm totally fine with that. And most DJs would be fine too. Yeah, AK-47 comes. I literally came here because I wasn't getting cut off, period. Exactly. Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Yep, that woman is making money. All right, okay, let's see here. Mike Beat says, Twitch makes a crazy amount of money and gets free online traffic. I think that's why they allow DJs to become partners. Eventually, I think it would be a yearly prime fee to stay on. It might be. Like I said, I don't think people are opposed to paying fees. We just got to get to that point and just do it fast, you know, before we start getting kicked off. Because here's the thing. It's up to Twitch to set up any type of like real-time algorithm monitoring of your music, kind of like what Facebook does, and even YouTube to an extent. Although most of YouTube's processing comes after you close the stream out, you know, which is why, like, say if I'm on YouTube right now and I turn on monetization, it says like limited capabilities, meaning because they can't process if I'm like cursing up a storm and showing naked ladies on my stream. They don't know if I'm safe for broadcasters or for ad revenue. But you know, Amazon's going to need to figure out what they want to do. They got the pockets for it. They got the pockets. All right. No, I don't. I don't think they even thought about that. Honestly, because the partnering doesn't really have anything to do with the legal. The partnering is just understanding that that everything you do is for the goodness of Twitch. And technically speaking, if I were a DJ and they made me partner and I was doing nothing but DJing music, and then Twitch actually like gets sued, and then they sue the partners for playing that because we, you know, signed a legal contract stating that we knew we weren't supposed to be playing copyrighted music, I'd probably countersue and say, you took me on completely understanding what I do. Yeah, I'm not getting hit because you decided, you know? It's like, if you have a pool, okay? You built a pool, the government tells you you need to put a gate up to protect people from walking in and drowning in your pool, okay? Make sure you have that gate up, because if somebody walks in and drowns in your pool, it's going to be your fault, okay? So I say, sure, I'll put a gate up. I'm Twitch, by the way. Twitch is the people building the pool, just in case. So I build the pool. I say I'm going to put the gate up, but I never put the gate up. Then some little young kid walks in, falls into my pool, drowns. The government, you get sued. And the government's like, yeah, you have to pay this lady because we told you to put the gate up. And then you say, it's not my fault that that person drowned. That's the kid's fault. He should know better than to walk into a pool and not know how to swim. It's not my fault. It's his fault. Does that make any sense whatsoever? So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Play DJ is another Mixcloud. It's a Mixcloud that has potentially better technology, and also it's a little more Twitch-like. But they're still working on some things. I need to test it. I think next week I will test Play 24, especially considering Mixcloud bailed on me today. I think we'll probably have Mixcloud on next week, and maybe we can have an actual conversation with them, but I need to be clear that we can't keep canceling on dates. No, you can't. It's Mixcloud isn't like an IPO that you can go and just like, you know, buy the stocks and take over, a hostile takeover. Mixcloud has to want to sell. And look, if the money is right, why wouldn't Mixcloud sell? If the money is right, like if Bezos does the math and he's like, okay, I can pay the industry X amount of dollars that they want, or I can pay this company X amount of dollars, which one cost more? You know, that's very possible. He might do it. Streamlabs crashed. Yeah, it happens. It happens. As long as this isn't crashing, we'll be okay. Yeah, you probably would have been fine with the puppy knuckles, in all honesty. All right, let's travel down this list here. Let's see who we got here. let's see what we got here. Because I know I talk a lot, and then I end up, all these people start talking. Check Discord. Come on, people. How am I supposed to check Discord? I know my background music is playing. I want my background music to play. So for anybody that was wondering, yes, in this playlist, in this crate, I have my intro song, because at one point I thought I was gonna have to play it manually. So I know it's playing. I know it's there. It's okay. We're back to normal. It's on a loop. It's on a loop. Okay. Reggie Ward says, what are your thoughts on Periscope? Okay. I have no thoughts on Periscope. Periscope to me is worthless. I said it. Spicy. Not worthless because it doesn't work, but worthless because it's worthless. I just don't see any traction for Periscope. There's nothing good about it. It's like Twitch. It's like Twitter. I'm on Twitter. I post on Twitter. Twitter is like a barren wasteland sometimes. You know, if you're not Donald Trump, if you're not, somebody with power, tumbleweeds. Just going past my tweets. And now they just came out with Fleet, which is like their little story thing. Why? So that's why. I used to stream to Periscope. I had restreams. I streamed everywhere. Whatever. And now, here's the thing. And I mean this. Once people start to realize, as a DJ, that you can actually monetize what you do. You can actually set a value, or I guess the people watching you are setting the value for you just by DJing. It's really hard to go back to free. It's really hard to go back to not making any money. So Periscope is that situation where you're just not making any money. So I personally wouldn't go anywhere now that I couldn't find a way to monetize what I do. We've now matured. We went from Facebook, okay, nothing. Hopefully you give me something on my Venmo, to, Facebook and IG, to, wow, look, we can actually make money. Some people can actually earn a living. Who would want to go back to free? DJ Remark in the house. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. I'm not trying to go back to free. I know that much. All right, let's take a look at the chat here. I know I'm behind. All right, no one's original. What is going on? Yeah, see, if anybody's spicy, is Nick Spinelli on his YouTube. He's like the controversial guy. That's what he does. He does that well. Hey, Nick, by the way, if you're still on, I still want to get you on here. LB, what is going on? Good to see you. I have a name. I don't even know what that means. So Alpha. Yeah, I have that plan. Once I'm partnered, I won't be streaming this show to anywhere else. I will repost this show, but like I said before, there's nothing wrong with having other places that people can go. If they're your fans, if they're truly your fans, they will follow you anywhere. You know what I mean? And if you set it up right, where you're not just kind of like the, oh, he's on guy, then you have power. You have to take control of your own brand. You are what people are watching. So take control over it. Build your website, build your Discord, build whatever it takes to keep people connected with you. And then when you move, it's not a big deal. Shit, you could be like, hey guys, from now on, I set up a server on my side, and I'm only broadcasting to clevelandterry.com. So if you want to see my Wake Up in Cleveland show, go to clevelandterry.com. And if you can get the same amount of people, does it really matter? Honestly. All right. What do we got here? Yeah, Max Tech. But his name is Max Urioff too. I like to break it down. It's funny. You see all these people with their names, and they have like their name, and then underneath it they have their real name. The same thing does with the Jonathan Morrison. He's like the company, even though he talks about it like, oh yeah, we. I'm like, nobody's here because of the company. They're here for you, Jonathan Morrison. Anyway, LB, thank you for the hi. Appreciate you from South Africa. Thank you so much. Yeah, we just talked about that. We're going to start switching Wednesdays to the afternoon. So Wednesdays are going to be at 12 o'clock. And we might start switching the days. So we're still kind of waiting on that one to see what we're going to do. But we'll see. That's why you need to get on my Discord. If you get on my Discord, then you'll know exactly when I'm going on. That's the key. Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, 916 Junglist in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Make sure you follow 916. As a matter of fact, they will be on tonight. When it is Wednesday, 6:16 Eastern Standard Time, 9:16 Pacific Standard Time. I'm doing my math. I'm getting it right, I think. Hopefully. Anyway, follow the man. They do a great job there. They do a great job. Yeah, I don't think but like 916 is saying, yeah, they really do have the best content ID system. And, but once you start DJing there, like for me, there's absolutely nothing worse than like trying to filter through all this song is not right versus all the things that I have on my videos. Because look, I have like 140 videos on my YouTube, so I'm getting notifications, I'm getting all this stuff, which is one of the reasons why I stopped wanting to DJ on YouTube, because I gotta keep YouTube as what it is, and when I started bleeding into that, I started seeing all those extra notifications. It really was getting on my nerves and just stressing me out. But their content system is the best. It really is. All right. Let's see what we got here. You got to show us how to pin comments to your stream screen. I don't even know what that means. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and I think Billy had just said it. Let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah, partner contract says Twitch can take and redistribute your brand. It can also prevent you from keeping your brand if you decide to leave Twitch as your streaming platform. I mean, good luck with that. Your brand is your brand. And I think that they can retain the stuff that you did here, but anything you do in the future, they're going to have a hard time trying to say that because they didn't create it. They're just partnering. It's like if you did a partnership with Pepsi, and then your partnership with Pepsi broke off, and they're like, okay, so we're going to take everything about you. Like, no. It's a partnership, not an ownership. We have to remember that. Partnership, not an ownership. You are your brand. Okay. What do we got here? Ain't nobody wanting to buy native instruments. I choose you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't think there's an audience on Mixcloud right now. I really don't. I really don't. And I don't think there is a way to actively find new people. They finally announced when you go live, which is good, but I just don't love it. I just don't love it right now. They need a lot of work. All right, what do we got going on here? DJ Suicide in the house. What is going on? I'm getting caught up here. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, I mean, if it's that hard, I don't want to be on it. Look, you guys, the object is to work smarter, not harder. And I see a lot of people just working really, really dumb. A lot of people banging their head against the walls just because they don't want to do something else. But you gotta work smarter. And if you know right now that there is a place that you could make money, for you to be like, I don't really want to do that because, well, it's going to get canceled soon. You know what? Shut up. Obviously you don't like money, but I know that as a DJ in this industry right now, I know that you guys aren't making money unless you're in one of them, like, southern countries that doesn't wear masks. But everybody else in the world is not making any money. So stop being stupid, stop being stubborn, and get on and try to make some money. Spicy. Told you. Spicy. DJ, Bizon's in the house. What's going on? Yep, exactly. We'll be hopping around the clubs. 100%. All right, what do we got here? All right, Tiva the DJ. I see you started to use the 72 on your streams. What do you think of the boot time compared to the S11? Is it too long? It's a little slow. I'm not gonna lie to you. And funny thing was, the S11 was slow too. And then there was a firmware update, like right before the release, and then it actually got much faster. But yeah, I did notice that the boot up is a little slow. Yeah, I mean, nothing boots up as fast as my Rain 70, baby. That thing is like this. That's what happens when you don't have a small computer in your mixer. All right, let's see. J190 says, facts, super underrated, but as far as buddy system, I think I might have missed what was going on there. So I'm going to skip that one. That seems like an internal conversation. All right. So, DJ Voyage, I am looking forward to seeing if the Serato devs can take advantage of the new Apple Silicon and finally fix the CPU thermal issues we've been having for years. It won't be the devs fixing it. It'll just be that the M1 chips don't run as hot. Intel chips run hot. One of the reasons why they came out with the M1 was to prevent a lot of that thermal heat. There's been tests daily about people running like, Final Cut in like 4K or 8K processing and HDR and running it and doing compression and all of these LUTs, and then they touch the bottom and it's like super cool. It's like barely warm. I'm not saying anything about the future of Apple. And I think people saw the video I posted and they were like, oh, so you're saying to never buy Apple products. No, I'm not saying that at all. At some point, this product, this M1 is going to be the future. What they have developed on that processing chip is nothing short of amazing. But right now is not the best time to buy a new computer, especially if it's your livelihood. I mean, technically speaking, as I think about it, right now may be the best time since nobody's doing shit in the world. But in general, you really don't want to take your production Mac, production PC, and then go bleeding edge. You really don't want to do that because now you're risking everything. Over what? Just because you want some new bells and whistles? That's just silly. And in all honesty, it is a common understanding, okay? Common understanding. You never, ever buy Apple first-gen products if you can avoid it. Ever. And not because it's bad, but because right now, they're still working off the old case. They're still working off the old stuff, and they're going to figure some things out while it's being tested in the wild, and they're going to fix those for the next operating for 2.0. And then that's the one you're going to want to get, which is what I was saying. Yeah, people think I'm hating on Apple. I can turn my camera around and show you everything in my house is Apple. Everything. Apple iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, Mac Minis. I got AirPods and Apple CarPlays and what else do I have? Oh, Apple TVs, like 3 of them. I'm Apple. That's me. I have no intention of leaving Apple. All right. All right, let's see what we got here. Mutant Horror Show. Y'all need to chill if you think Bezos is going to save us. I don't think Bezos is going to save anything that doesn't affect his bottom line. And if he can make money doing it, he'll do it. And we don't know what the bottom line is for Bezos. All right. Yeah, look, I hate to break this to you, but if you legit read like pretty much every contract you've ever signed, they're all bugging. But a lot of contract stuff isn't enforceable. So they might say things that kind of trick you and scare you, but a lot of things aren't enforceable. Just keep that in mind. That's like if you get a job with somebody and then for whatever reason you quit, they fire you, and they say, okay, now that we fired you, you can't do this job anywhere else for a year. There is no government in the world that's going to say that that's legal, that you can prevent somebody from earning a living for their families. It's never going to happen. So just because it's in there doesn't make it enforceable. Okay. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Remark, this is 100% true. I literally while I was on this show, I'm thinking, why am I paying for Mixcloud right now? Just to stream when there's nobody there and there's no real marketing going on the stream. I'm paying for the right to stream, but they're not helping me stream. Yeah. If he was on the show today, like he was supposed to be, maybe he could have talked about it. It's about a penny, I believe. It's about a penny, maybe a little less than a penny, depending on when you buy your bits, because for whatever reason, buying bits versus the number, it always looks a little strange to me. Okay. Yeah, DJG Power, this is facts right here. It's really hard. Okay. Huh. Okay. All right. Yeah, the S11's a dope mixer. Can't lie, it is definitely a dope mixer. All right, what else we got here? Okay, so for anybody that wants to know, I do everything on this computer right here. This is my MacBook Pro 16-inch. It has the 8-core Intel i9. It has, what else does it have? 64 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive. This is a beast. This is a beast of a computer. I don't get overheating issues anymore with the 16. That little extra inch made the world of difference. Now, for the older MacBooks, if you're doing some serious processing, yeah, having the fan control can help. But like on the 16, they figured it out on this one. This one's the bomb. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm actually in the process. I can't talk about it because I don't know anything about it. But I'm in the process of potentially getting one to test out. So if they can convince me, the Mac guy, that it's the computer I should be using, they win all the money, because it's going to be hard. All right. Okay. So for anybody that's wondering, Serato says Serato's just going to include an ARM and Intel version of SDJ. This is actually not true. Moving over to the N1 chip, Apple has built in almost like a code rendering processor called Rosetta 2 actually. They did it the first time when they transferred from PowerPC to Mac, to Intel. They went from, actually had Rosetta 1. So Rosetta 2 is going to be able to use a Intel version of the software. Now, the issue isn't that it's going to be able to use it. The issue is how much slower or faster or glitchy it's going to be using the M1 chips now. You know, that's going to be the key. But Serato won't have to do as much as you think to get it to work with the M1 chip. All right. I always take my money. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. And like I said, if they leave, we'll leave with it. So I'm not waiting for things to happen. I'm just preparing for them. So if we do have to move somewhere else, I want to have my foot in the door in other places just in case. That's all. Have I said anything that was incorrect? Have I lied about anything? And don't get me wrong, I would have said the same thing to him. All right. Okay, all right. I guess I gotta keep talking about the Flex. So for the people that came in late, we talked about the Flex, and it is a entry-level controller with some pro-level features that is being sold at a mid-tier level. It's going to be a good, decent controller. It's lacking some things like the 1/4 inch or XLR outs, but the jog wheels are real. They're not just fake jog wheels; they really are real, and that's where the money is going. But in reality, it's probably essentially buying one of their lower tiered ones with larger jog wheels, and there's some added features on there. I don't want to say there's not, but for some people, the price might deter them, or because of where it sits. I think you're going to see a lot of people going, okay, well, maybe I just buy the 400, or maybe I buy the 800 or the 1000 because I'm getting close to those price points and you can get a deal. It's Black Friday coming around. You know, maybe that 1000 selling for 1000 versus, you know, the 1200, or maybe the record box version is selling for 800 and the 800 selling for 6. So there's a lot of little things that it's smart when they came out with it because it's a great kind of no-brainer purchase, especially if you're a dad going, oh, look, my son's gonna like this. This will be cool. You know, it's a no-brainer. But for anybody in the know, they're gonna take a serious look at it first before they decide to buy it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if they were smart, they would pay. I mean, obviously, my numbers aren't where they need to pay. I mean, I'd pay Remark, I'd pay Angie V, I'd pay 4-Color Zach over all of these, over me. They got much higher numbers than I do. Okay, let's see what else here. Okay. Yeah, anybody that has the 16-inch MacBook, I don't think they're going anywhere for a while. Like, this is the best that the MacBook Pro can do with Intel. Right here. This is the culmination of all of the stuff. Now, and because if you look at the processor information, right, and you look at what it's doing and all the things, the new computers are still not exactly at the level of the 16s yet. Like if you have a high-end 16, it's still kind of working underneath that. So for me, I'm like, okay, as long as it's not beating me. I'm kidding. All right, let's see what else we got here. Yep, exactly. This is 100% correct. Hardware drivers are gonna ruin everything, and it's not Serato with the hardware driver. It's the companies. The companies have to decide if they're willing to kind of move to the Big Sur platform, because you have to be on Big Sur to use the M1 computers. So a lot of people, first off, if you're not buying a new MacBook with the M1 chip, what the hell are you even doing upgrading to Big Sur? That's just stupid right now. That is just stupid. But there are people, like on my last video, I actually have people like, oh, I updated to Big Sur with my 62 and now it's not working. I'm just like, yo, man, you should have never updated with the 62. That's the worst mixer to even think about having some sort of like driver support. So we have to wait for the Reigns, for the Pioneers, for all those people to update their drivers so they work. It's not really a Serato issue per se. Yeah, if you can go SSD, it's definitely going to improve your computer. I don't know if they dropped it mega late. When were they supposed to drop it? You know, I don't think it really matters. I mean, it's Pioneer. They dropped the S11, and some people would say that was late. I even said, where are you with the S11? And they dropped it, and people were like, okay, I'm buying it. So whatever Pioneer has, apparently they have a loyal fan base. You know, same thing that Apple does. You know, Apple can drop a MacBook in the middle of October, and people are like, okay, I want it. I don't know what it does, but I want it. All right. Okay. Sometimes I stop before I'm going to say anything. Yes. Serato will build a M1 version. I'm just saying, in order to get it qualified as working on the M1 laptops, it won't be that much. But at some point, they're going to have to optimize for it. At some point. El Connor's in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. 2009. That's an old ass computer. I'm not gonna lie. That's an old ass computer. I personally think that anything 2012, the MacBook Pro Retina 2012 and up are really the only computers that you should think about right now. But if it works and there's no issues, you know, you're fine. But if anybody was like, what's the earliest computer I should buy? 2012 MacBook Pro Retina. That's the one I would recommend. I'm still heated over the fact that there's no SD cards and no SD card reader in my MacBook. I'm still heated at that. That's the one thing I miss so much about this computer. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Any more questions? Any more questions? Jesus. That's a lot of money, man. That is a lot of money. Yeah, it'll run cooler on the 16. The 15 was crammed in. The 15 was known to the thermal throttle because there just wasn't enough space. Wasn't enough space in there. How are we saying that? Maestro New Brunswick. Got it. Maestro New Brunswick. You know how hard it is to be like a live name reader on Twitch? I mean, you guys have some seriously special ass names. But yes, Maestro New Brunswick, I'm glad you came over. Thanks for hanging out today, bro. Appreciate you on that. Yeah, we switched to Twitch. That's what we're doing here. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there we go. 2012 MacBook Pro. Still use it to this day. Still works. Thunderbolt ports. But again, really miss that card reader. Really miss it. But I've been using this one for all of my, when I was using OBS before I got the ATEM mini, I was using this. And it works just fine. Wow, it's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock on Wednesday means that Mojax is on. So we'll answer a couple more questions. And then, or you know what? We should raid Angie V. Let's see if she's actually on today. Because she was on yesterday, it's only fitting that we raid her if she is on. So, okay. That is a very good question. Any ATEM reviews or tutorials? So originally speaking, I wasn't gonna do a review because, full disclosure, Blackmagic sends me all this stuff to use. So they sent me the A10 Mini Pro, and I used that for a long time. Now I've moved over to the A10 Mini Pro ISO because it's so dope, especially for any of my edits when I'm doing all these channels. So much easier to do my stuff. Wait a minute. Is she on or is she done? Make up your mind. So back to what I was saying. So I love using the ISO. I'm not using it right now because I want to be able to post all of these chats. Oh, gotcha. But is she still on? That's the question. Or is she getting off? You know what? Go in her chat and post. See how long she's staying on for. Okay. So back to the ATEM. So I actually love using it. I love using it for all of my production videos. And 916, yes, they are sending me the new speed editor. This is the first thing. When I saw that, I emailed my guy immediately, like, is this coming to me? And so they just sent me a license for DaVinci Resolve. So I get the full-on package, and I'm going to be reviewing it. Yeah, they're like, we'll send you this one, but we need you to do a review on that. I'm like, I would have done a review on all of your products, but you told me not to. Look, I get why they want to do it like that. They want it to seem natural. But like, if something was shitty, I wouldn't use the product. As a matter of fact, I do have one thing to review. I'm going to show you guys this. Hold on. Okay. All right. So, this is called the Live Pro L1. Live Pro L1. And, it's basically an ATEM. It's more like an ATEM Mini, just ATEM Mini. Not an ISO, but a Mini. Or a Pro, I should say. Because it's got the outputs, it's got the audio in, it's got the USB, but you can't record like you can with the Pro on this one. So I'm going to be testing this one out. I probably should have used it today. I got to start using this thing. So, yeah, maybe I'll do another pop-up today and use it. But I do like the fact that on this one, I know it's like a crossfader. But the good thing about this one, what I do like about it is there's a screen. So you can actually see. You don't need another screen. Like, I have to run another screen when I'm using it to be able to use it. Like, I can see all of my channels right from here. I don't like this right here. I want you to hear this. Hear that? That's loose. That's unnecessarily loose. See, people don't really want to send me stuff. I mean, they want to send me stuff, but I don't know if they really want to send me stuff, because I'm going to... That's super loose. That's like a damn, I can make music with this thing. All right. But I will test it, at some point. But I do like the size. It's considerably smaller. I don't know if you can see my A10 here. Let's see. Nope, you can't see it. But this is maybe two-thirds of, it's like a tambourine right now. Anyway, or like maracas. So I'm going to be testing that guy out at some point. Thanks for that. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So Paris is off. Okay. So then it'll be Mojax. That's okay. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. I was trying to rate her, but I got caught up in talking. Cherry talks. Unfortunately, that's what I do. Lady Tree, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you on that one. We're just about to end this thing. I think I've been on for long enough. Let's see. Just in case, let's see who else is on before we raid Mr. Mojax. You know who we haven't raided? So there's two people we haven't raided. We haven't raided real DJ Yoshi. Let's see what he's doing. The one thing about Yoshi, I keep meaning to tell him this. He has like a 20-minute like chat before he starts DJing. It clearly works for him, but I'm like, I don't want to wait. get to mixing. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's see what he's doing.
I used to do it all.
See?
Mark, you and welcome back, fam. How are you, Mark?
Yeah.
I'm becoming a DC dude.
So I actually don't even know when he starts DJing. All right. I can't raid him just because. Yeah, anyway. Let's just see who else is on. I'm gonna have to call him out on that. I want him to know. So J-Man is doing a Calvin Harris versus David Guetta night day ahead of Flip Side's channel. Do I have an opinion about that? I kind of feel like I have an opinion about that. All right. We're just literally going to close our eyes and pick one. Let's see if he's back on now. Hold on, I'm going to email him. I'm going to text him. Are you DJing or talking? To real DJ Yoshi. We're going to get started. It's been 13 minutes. We should I'm contemplating like literally like bringing his stream on right now, us watching it together until he gets on. $15 minutes. 15 minutes of this. If I'm responsible for his setup, then why isn't he playing yet?
Twitch, and 4 months later today, 4 months. I'm celebrating 4 months on Twitch today. So thank you so much, Cleveland. Guys, give Cleveland Terry a follow. He does.
Don't follow. Just go.
Here on Twitch, and if you guys haven't seen his YouTube is insane. It teaches you everything from gear to gear.
Nobody cares. Just start playing music.
The do's and don'ts of live streaming, the do's and don'ts about Twitch, the do's and don'ts about just DJing in general, in business in general. Cleveland is the homie. That's the guy. Give him a follow.
I mean, I can't hate on him. At least he's talking about great content.
I hope you guys have all had a great day.
You know what this reminds me of? You know when you're like, with your girl, and or boy, whatever, and this is back in like when you're courting, and you're like, okay, you hang up. No, you hang up. And that goes on for like 10 minutes. That's like this. Like my mother-in-law is notorious for saying bye 47 times before she leaves my house. Like we'll be in the house. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm like, okay, see you later. Oh, what's this? What are you guys making tonight? Oh, we're making this. Okay, well, I'm gonna go eat at home. Okay, see you around. Okay, great. huh, when did you get this little trinket? Like, shut up. Get out of my house. Like, I'm over now. I can't say bye anymore. And I don't want to ignore you. That's rude. But I'm about to ignore you.
And for those who don't know, I'm from New York City, but we stream out of Jersey, right? But I'm a New York guy.
And he definitely has radio voice. But he's a good DJ. He's a good DJ. But 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Remark, I'm going to need you to talk to Real DJ Yoshi for me. All right, hold up. I got to bring him up.
Get out there, do your thing to what you can do. Guy D'Angelo, thank you so much for the follow. Let us know where you're from. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the fam. Craig Gordon, congratulations.
Jesus Christ. You know, you can actually talk and DJ at the same time. There's this new thing you can do. It's like, it's kind of cool. Where's my overlay? I have no overlay up today. I just realized that. That's why I haven't gotten any bits. Because I got no overlay. There he goes. Okay. I think we can start this raid now. Oh, well, here you go. Hey, little son. Voyage. What do you call him when your Voyage? So is he like Lil Trip? What's up, Lil Trip? All right, let's do this. Okay, good. So it's not just me. It's not just me. All right, good. All right, let's start this raid. Let's get this thing going before I lose my mind. All right, you guys know what to do when we get on there. Show some love, show some respect. If it's not your thing after that, I get it. But it should be dope because we rated Scam yesterday. We're not going to rate Scam this time. Let me just get his name in here. All right, he said, let's not. Philly B, Tech Talk's been on for the past 2 hours. You are late. You're all late. It's funny. It's funny. Like, I can be on at 10 and everybody will get on at like 11:30. I'm on at noon and it's 2 o'clock and people are like, oh, I guess I'm late. Like, if this were a real show, you'd be hella late. This would have been me 5 hours later. It doesn't really matter. This is why it doesn't matter when you start. This is why. All right, let's start this raid up. Sometimes you need to rate somebody different, just because. And like I said, he is a dope DJ. He is a dope DJ. So let's get this going. All right, here we go with let's start the raid. There we go. All right. All right, that is a good amount of raid here. So, well, you guys know what to do. I will be on tomorrow. It'll probably be a little bit like this. I don't have a guest assigned. Yeah, we're gonna have a little fun with it. We'll probably do something different. And then Friday, obviously, we're on Tweak Music Tips, doing our thing. Mojax, myself, the fam, Kova. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Enjoy your day.